This is Remix Report with your hosts, DJ JD and DJ J Spring. For the date of
November 24th, 2010.
Today's video brought to you by YourDJLogo.com. Get your new DJ logo today.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 122 of Remix Report. I'm DJ JD.
I'm DJ J Spring, and today we're going to do a Playlist Wednesday episode, a little bit different than we normally do. I think we've done stuff like this more in the past. Lately we've been talking about certain songs and how we play them in our sets. But today we've had a lot of requests to go over our rock stuff, because for those of you who visit our site a lot, you know that JD and I both DJ at one of the, I don't want to say best rock bars probably in the country, definitely in the Northeast. We're fortunate to have it at the casino, the same casino where Shrine is. It's called Scorpion Bar, and we're both there a good amount, so we have a lot of experience with the rock, and we've both spent a lot of time putting into making our sets pretty good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about some recent rock, meaning after the year 2000, this decade, and we're going to kind of go over 5 mixes each that we like to play, and maybe tell a little bit about our thought process behind why we play them and when we play them. So I'm going to start with 5 that came to mind. These aren't necessarily the 5 that I played the most. I mean, we didn't even mention Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, the remix that we mentioned.
Yeah, so we already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about it. These are just 5 random mixes that we use. So I'll start off. The song Best of You by Foo Fighters is a song that gets a pretty good reaction. Anyone who's into rock a good amount knows the song. And this is one of the songs that I have to say, before I started DJing rock, I didn't really know about this song. There's a lot of rock I didn't know about until I really got into it. I mean, I knew all the same rock that you guys who play a little bit of rock, that's probably the rock that I knew before I made the effort to get into this, the Jesse's Girls and the Outfield kind of stuff. And the more I got into rock, it was songs like this that kind of took me by surprise with just how many people knew these songs. So with this one, Best of You is kind of on the mellow side a little bit, but you can still get away with playing these mixes Primetime. The first one is Rocket Scientist. They did a B-more, and they just kind of use the chorus, and they kind of, when the chorus comes in, it gets really energetic. They have a nice little build-up, then it goes back down, and it comes back up again. And it definitely works pretty good. I also listed the Dante, the Don, and Bobby Lite electro remix that they did. So if you're in like a little B-more set, you can play the Rocket Scientist, or if you're going electro, the Dante, the Don, and Bobby Lite remix works. The next song I mentioned is a good song to maybe switch it up a little bit. It's by The Darkness. It's called I Believe in a Thing Called Love, and Victor Menegaux did a remix, a redrum on Strictly Hits, and it's at 132 BPM, and it has real hard drums. It definitely keeps the energy going. This is a real energetic track, and this one I believe probably came out within the last 2 years or so, maybe 3 years. I think it might have been
in the last year.
Maybe in the last year, yeah. I think it's, I think it might be English, maybe. I don't think they're from the States, but it is a song that people do know if they're really into rock. Like I said, it's a good song to switch up your set with. There might be a few people who don't know it, but this is a quick hitter that Victor Menegaux did, so you could throw it in there, give it a try. The next one is a David S. remix that's available on Crack for DJs. It's the remix to In the End by Linkin Park, which is a song that pretty much everyone knows. And he bumped it up to, I want to say, 125 or 126 or so, and he used the Samir's theme beat and chopped up In the End over it, which is a cappella I didn't even know was out there. So David S. has this. Maybe it is out there. You just have to search. This is one that I usually play at our spot. The dancers come on about an hour or so after we start playing, and I especially play this for the first song when the dancers come on. It's kind of a a good song to kind of get things pumped up for people who are ready to start the party. I usually actually, I don't know if you do this, I kind of start off pretty mellow for the most part at Scorpion Bar, and then I kind of save this kind of stuff for when the dancers come on. I like to hit them at once, so people kind of just feel the energy. They see the dancers get up on the catwalk, and that's when I kind of bring up the energy level. The next one is the Larry D remix of Paralyzer by Finger 11. There's a couple of versions I have. I think you did one.
Yep.
That are the normal BPM of Paralyzer, which is, I want to say, 106-ish.
Yeah.
You did one, and I think Victor Menegaux did one. And I play those a lot when I'm in my 105 range. But if I'm playing an up-tempo set, this B-more version is at 125, and it works good. It's a good way to switch it up, which is what I think you guys wanted to hear when you asked us to talk about the rock, because I think most of you guys probably already know Paralyzer. That's a pretty big song, but if I mean, everyone already plays a lot of up-tempo stuff these days, so this is a good up-tempo version. The final one I'm going to mention is a real recent track. It's the latest single from Kings of Leon called Radioactive, and this is one that you probably would play if you're playing an open format and you want to throw in some rock. This might be a good one to play kind of on the early side. It's very well done. It's by Jesse Marco and Cool Cat. It's their remix, and it's 127 BPM. It's like an electro version, and I find it works good early, and you might be able to play. There's actually been a lot of rock / alternative house versions out lately. I know there's one of the Neon Trees Animal song. There's one of Florence and the Machine, Dog Days. I think Chufu did a remix of the new Brandon Flowers song. He's the lead singer of The Killers, called Crossfire. So if you search, there's definitely a lot of house remixes to new rock. And at the beginning of the night is a good time to play that little set, even if you just play one or two. And when I'm playing my open format gigs, I actually play this Kings of Leon house remix early. And then I feel like almost to keep the rock vibe, I kind of go maybe a little hipster. I'll play the Please Don't Go DJ Q remix sometimes after my little alternative rock house set. Or you can play Hyper Crush, the remix they did to Kevin Rudolph's I Made It, which has a little bit more energy, which might be what you're looking for. If you start off your open format night kind of with some mellow house, then you play this little mellow rock house set. Then once you play the Hyper Crush I Made It, then from there you can kind of pick up the energy. So those are 5 random songs that I chose, and they can carry over to your open format night if you play them right.
Alright, so now on to my selections. The first one I'm going to talk about is Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl, the R-Dub Quick Edit. This one works really well. It's got the Put Your Hands Up hype at the beginning. Definitely gets people into it. The one thing about this one, it does end a little weird. It ends kind of on an acapella of him saying, Are you gonna be my girl? And then goes into a drum outro, which really doesn't land on beat. So I'll usually go into Walk This Way, just cue up the 3 guitar hits right before it drops, the dun dun dun, and drop that over him saying, Are you gonna be my girl? And it comes in right on time. I
also noticed the kind of volume at the beginning is a little low. I always have this one cranked up a little bit when I go into it.
I do too, definitely. Next one is Cage the Elephant, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. Not as well known of a song, but this Greg J re-edit is really sick. It's got, it takes some parts of David Banner Play, some of those drums, and puts it over it. Works really well. It's slower.
Yeah, it's a down. I want to say it's about 70, 79.
It's like
or so.
79. Yep. So it can, if you're playing a lower BPM set, it works really well.
Maybe like Prom Queen or something like that. You might be able to.
Yeah. Also, Seraphine has a Party Like Iron Man remix that goes really well with this too.
And I think you did a remix or redrum of one of the Fall Out Boy songs Thanks for the memories.
Yep. That would also work well with that, definitely. See, another one is Trapt, Headstrong. A lot of people know that one. This is the Phase Crunk edit, which can be found on Strictly Hits.
And I noticed that one always keeps the energy very well because he has some, I think, Little John hype at the beginning of it that works very well.
Yeah, it's really sick. A lot of times I'll mix out before the verse because the verse does lose a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a double chorus, so the chorus is kind of twice as long as a normal chorus, and helps keep the energy up. And there's a lot, that's like 90 BPM, 91, somewhere around there, so there's plenty of rock that you can mix with that. See, another one, this one is really to keep the ladies happy, because they're the ones that are always out there dancing. So this is the Lady Gaga and Beyonce Telephone remix by DJs from Mars. It's over, they put it over a Metallica electro version of Enter Sandman, and it's really sick. There's really, I pretty much play the whole thing, and there's a really long outro because they kind of like just repeat the chorus over and over and over again. But usually I find that the girls still enjoy it.
So you know what? In my opinion, this song is more meant for a spot where you're doing an all rock set, as opposed to an open format place. It would be more meant for a long rock set because I think a song like Telephone, which is kind of past its prime, I kind of notice when I'm playing the rock, you probably feel the same way, is that if you're playing a long rock set, like we have to play all rock for 4 hours, when you're playing a long rock set, people are starved for any top 40 they can get. So they do get excited when Telephone comes on. When you play a song by Lady Gaga during a rock set, that's Princess Victoria, by the way, JD's girlfriend's kitty. When you play a song like Lady Gaga during a long rock set, you get a reaction almost like when you play like a G6 at an open format club. People are just so starved for some top 40 that they get very excited. So I think a mashup like that is especially good for a long rock set.
It has the top 40 and it has an electro feel, so they get that electro dance stuff that they're all trying to hear in the club too. So it works on a lot of different levels. The last one is a remix that I did, All American Rejects with the Black Eyed Peas. It's called Swing Got a Feeling on Crack for DJs. And it really just has the intro to I Got a Feeling at the intro of Swing by All American Rejects. It ends up going into the All American Rejects song. I should probably do a version that doesn't, that only has the Black Eyed Peas acapella. I know you want that, but it works really well too because of course everybody likes I Got a Feeling, and it keeps with the rock set. So you really can't go wrong with that one.
So I'm sure we'll do a few more episodes like this. I mean, I'm not sure, you guys can take this however you want. I know we had so many emails asking us about rock, so I don't know whether a lot of you were asking because you want to play long rock sets and really want to get into the rock, or if you just wanted to know what kind of rock you can get away with at your open format. And I think most of you were kind of thinking the latter, trying to switch up your rock sets for your open format places, and most of these would work pretty well if you play them right.
Yep, I would agree. As always, let us know what you think. Please register and leave a comment.
Or email us, remixreport@gmail.com.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be
Remixreport.com